Guys, welcome to NDTV, welcome to New York. When I first interviewed you guys for Sacred Games, I had not imagined that we'll be sitting here talking about Emmys. Did any one of you imagine that?
I didn't even know that international Emmys exist.
Yeah, same.
Please tell the audience about international Emmys.
The international Emmys are for shows which are not produced in America,
Right,
in languages different from
right.
American English. I think I had no idea international Emmys exist. Really, no idea till we got now.
If you didn't have an idea, that I can imagine nobody else did back
Yeah,
there, right?
I don't think so. Did you know?
I had no idea.
No, I didn't know.
Right. So then, Anurag, how do you go about finding out about this, and how do you get to know? How did you guys land up here?
Somebody sent me a text
Okay.
when it was announced.
Okay.
So I got first one text. So I sent him a message saying that congratulations, there's a nomination for Sacred Games. He didn't believe it, where, and he asked me where. I said, I can't find it. We were Google searching it. Then suddenly came the next. Radhika Apte is nominated. Then third came Love Stories is nominated. I'm like, what is this happening?
Wow. That's great, guys. Vikram, what was it about Sacred Games that you think it traveled? Another season came, people watched that as well, and it was accepted, appreciated the way it was.
I just think it was not to be like overly unmodest about it, but it was a good show.
Of course.
I think it traveled because it's something that it's very accessible.
Right.
It's a good story. It's a story that starts small, grows large. Lovely characters. Everything that just I think makes it a decent show. And I think also because India had nothing like this. It's always been soap opera and it's always been that kind of stuff. But finally, to actually have a show, a dramatic show on a network, on a streaming platform like Netflix, which is taking it to 190 countries at the same time. I think that opportunity, none of us have ever had that distribution opportunity where our material is being seen. We've always been struggling to have it done in India and in his case, maybe France. But other than that, like this suddenly opened up the world,
It opened up the world for us.
Yeah, that's great. Radhika, big nomination for you, so congratulations. You're making us very, very proud.
Thank you.
How does this sound? International Emmy nominated actress.
She's one of best actresses in Tribeca for my short film.
Amazing.
Before.
Wow.
But
and
please-
this nomination
but please
is also
answer the
for,
question.
Yeah, please, yeah. When did you hear? Like he said, I got a text. When
No,
did you-
I got a text from him.
Okay, you got a text. From him.
And then I had to Google because
What is it?
I was like, which
she said,
Emmys? Is this
"Google,
really
which Emmy?
Emmys? What
Really
Emmys?"
Emmy? I remember, she didn't believe it for like half a day. Her yay came like 8 hours later.
Why?
Yeah, 'cause I didn't quite understand
process.
how is this Emmys, how, what.
Right.
And then I realized, they have an international category. And now we are nominated because of the whole new digital TV and
Right.
so it took me time to sort of understand that.
Right.
And then I was happy.
Yeah, we were all happy. Every time a show or a series is announced with you and it releases, we all, including I speak for fans, we feel very happy. Do you want to tell the audience, because we've lost track, this nomination is for what exactly? This Best Actress nomination.
This is for Love Stories, the nomination.
Right. Anurag, to you, we spoke about this earlier, but please tell me, this is a platform that gives you liberty to, especially to you, to go all out and do what you want.
Yeah, but for me, I can really push my boundaries because I know there's an international audience out there, and I'm not dealing with the same audience that you deal with when you're releasing a movie in cinemas in India. So as it is, my films probably travel more outside the country. But with this, I actually can be complex and be accessible and complex and address issues which our love stories made a lot of people uncomfortable because we were talking about things which people don't want to talk about.
Right.
And even when they laugh out of being uneasy.
Right.
And I like doing that.
Right. So when you go back to doing on a film set and then you come back on a set where you're working for Netflix, do you switch on, switch off? Because you have to keep in mind, okay, this has to be in the theater.
No, I don't switch off. I don't know how to switch off, but I become a little conscious sometimes.
Right.
I do become conscious in the sense, in the past I've done movies like Mukkabad and all, and I know which are political in nature, but I had to think how to go about doing certain things.
Yeah.
And be very careful and know that how I have to go through censors.
Right. You've been making films for a while. How is this time with actors like, say, Radhika, Nawaz, Manoj, and so many other
great.
actors? What is this time like? Because you're working with some exceptional talent yourself.
I think it's great time to be a filmmaker. It's great time for actors.
Yeah.
And it is also great because actors are also pushing their boundaries. They were always willing to push their boundaries, but they often felt judged. But now they're all kind of fearless.
Right.
They're only actually looking for challenges all the time. What do you
Also,
say?
I think there's opportunity at least.
There's
I
opportunity.
mean, growing opportunity. I mean, most of the times what happens is you never have anything to do.
Right.
I mean, the same kind of material keeps coming back, or it's quite suffocating actually to not have anything to push your boundaries or to. It's a very dependable job. Actors, you don't make your own material, so you have to be at the mercy of somebody who's going to give you something to do and feel excited about it.
Right.
So it's actually quite hard,
Right.
I think.
Right. Also, now because it goes places, do you get to hear from people from different countries? Oh, I watched this, I watched that. Does that happen very often now?
Yeah, I think so because of the whole Netflix and everything. Yeah, it happens actually.
What is that one thing that they tell you, this is the one we watched in your case?
I think in the beginning it was lust stories,
Right.
and then because
Cool.
it.
Then Ghoul and Sacred
Then
Games.
Sacred Games and Ghoul,
Right.
exactly. But the first, for my taste, I mean, I tasted it first with love stories because when it released, I was showered with emails and messages and calls the next day from all over the world. So many friends and people saw it, and that doesn't happen because when a film releases, not everybody goes the next day to watch it anyway.
Correct,
and it
correct.
sort of happens in the country.
Right.
But here, people really watched it. Even in the industry, people watched it, and
Sure, yeah.
so I think that was quite that was really really lovely.
Vikram, is this proper globalization time for entertainment?
Yeah, 100%. Our stuff is being seen everywhere else in the world. We have access to be able to see shows from Brazil and Mexico and the US and
He's only
Iceland
talking about
and
shows
Germany.
from across the world.
Yeah.
But that's what we've been doing. Like, if you think about it, in the last 5 years, our conversations, which used to be about movies from across the world, has become more about shows from across the world. Have you seen this? Have you seen that? Have you caught up on Chernobyl? Have you seen blah? Have you seen blah? Have you seen blah? Whatever. There's always that new thing, and I think we watch them because we just like to have, just sink our teeth into these characters so much. It's become it is the conversation. I think that
Business-wise, it's a great time for entertainment.
Yeah.
it's the best time back
It's
home.
the best time.
Yeah.
Actors, directors, writers are so busy. You
Writers,
can't.
especially writers के लिए तो बहुत सारी चीजें.
It's so nice. It's so heartening to see the entire. Everybody's got work right now. That's fantastic, and I think that should sustain itself. Where along with having enough work, we should also be able to increase that talent pool, create really nice writers.
Yeah, this is a
who
time
can
to
write-
take on new challenges and create very new stuff.
We have to maximize this.
We have to push ourselves.
This,
Is there
this
something you
time.
keep in mind too? Because it's a content that someone in some other country may be watching who has never watched Indian content. Is there something that you keep in mind? Because it's not
No,
just...
I've had, my mind goes in all directions. I've had ideas for the longest time which I never probably sat down on. But now I'm actually pulling out ideas from 15 years ago, 18 years ago, which I always wanted to do. Because suddenly I feel like I know now it can be made because audience is also growing.
Yeah.
Audience is watching new stuff and they're more welcoming of ideas that I have been told and shut down. A film I once wanted to make with Dharamji and I was told, Devils don't die. And the film was shut down. And I'm now pulled out that idea and I'm actually working on
Can you
it.
work on that now?
I'm working on that now.
Great, fantastic. Guys, a simple question at the end. When people put Netflix, how do you guys decide what to watch? Recommendations from friends?
I have to literally follow his recommendation. He sees anything new and he will obsessively send me a text. Say, did you see this? Did you see that? So generally, my Netflix things come from him.
Right.
My movies thing I follow on my own.
My movies things come from him.
Movie thing I follow. The
Can you
shows
all
come
add
from him.
us on? So, Radhika, how do you decide what to watch?
I think recommendations. Only. I need to be on their list.
Right,
probably.
yeah.
No,
My whiskey comes from her.
but no, I think it's a bit overwhelming sometimes.
Yeah, it is,
Because
right?
Yeah.
so much
So much
there.
stuff.
Sometimes I get a bit that feeling only stops me from like finding out what to watch. But I'm definitely going to be on your list.
Great, guys. You all have a big day ahead. Best of luck and please keep making the content that you all are already making.
Thank
Thank
you
you for
so
talking
much.
to us.
Thank
Thank you.